In the heart of bustling Bangalore, four friends, Rishi, Aditya, Meera, and Ananya, shared a bond that was more like family. They had been inseparable since college, sharing their dreams, fears, and secrets. As time went by, their close friendship blossomed into something more profound. Rishi and Meera, who had always been the closest of the group, began to feel something deeper. It wasn't long before they found themselves quietly slipping into a tender romance. On the other side, Aditya and Ananya, who were once the bickering pair, discovered that their playful arguments masked a mutual affection. It was as if love had found its way into their little circle, weaving its magic between the four of them. One evening, as the group sat in their favorite cafe, the decision was made: they would finally tell their families about their relationships. Excitement and nerves buzzed through the air. But just as they were ready to leave, Aditya received a chilling message on his phone: "We know what you've been up to. Don't think you are safe." The color drained from his face, and the others noticed immediately. He showed the message to the group, and their initial reaction was to laugh it off as a prank. But something about the tone felt sinister. A few days passed, and strange things began happening. Meera found a threatening note tucked under her door, warning her to stay away from her friends. Rishi's car was tampered with, and he narrowly escaped a serious accident. Ananya started receiving late-night calls with nothing but heavy breathing on the other end. Fear began to take root in their hearts, and the joyous anticipation of announcing their love was overshadowed by a growing dread. Determined to uncover who was behind the threats, the four friends decided to dig into their own lives, trying to figure out who might have a reason to torment them. During their investigation, they stumbled upon news of two recent murders in the city. Both victims had no apparent connection to each other or to them, or so they thought at first. But as they delved deeper, they discovered that the victims had both attended the same charity event as Ananya a few months ago. The event had been organized by Ananya's ex-boyfriend, someone she hadn't spoken to in years. Realization dawned on them: a common link. They began to piece together that the killer might be someone from Ananya's past, someone who was driven by jealousy or revenge. They decided to confront Ananya's ex-boyfriend, Veer, a man known for his short temper and possessiveness. When they finally met Veer, he seemed surprised to see them, but his calm demeanor put them on edge. Later that night, the group received a final, horrifying message: "You should have stayed out of it. Now, you'll pay the price." The message was accompanied by a photo of Veer's house with a red X marked over it. Terrified, they raced to Veer's house, fearing the worst. But when they arrived, they found the door ajar, the house eerily quiet. Inside, they discovered Veer's lifeless body, and next to him, a note that read: "Not every love story ends happily." As fear gripped their hearts, the four friends knew they had to act fast. They decided to delve deeper into Veer's past, suspecting that the answer to their mysterious threats lay somewhere in the life he had led before his death. After gathering all the clues they had, text messages, notes, and the connection to the charity event, they handed them over to the police. However, they didn't stop there. Ananya, who had once been close to Veer, used her knowledge of his past friends and associates to dig deeper. Through her investigation, the group discovered that one of Veer's close associates, a man named Sanjay, had been obsessed with Ananya and was deeply envious of Veer's relationship with her. It became clear that Sanjay had been the mastermind behind the threats, driven by a twisted desire to eliminate anyone he perceived as a threat to his fantasy of being with Ananya. He had orchestrated the murders and threats to cover his tracks and keep everyone off balance. With this crucial piece of information, the group laid a trap for Sanjay. They staged a situation where it seemed like they were getting close to revealing his identity, knowing that Sanjay, driven by paranoia, would make a move. As expected, Sanjay showed up at the location where the friends had planned to meet, but before he could do anything, the police, who had been tipped off by the friends, apprehended him. Sanjay confessed to everything, revealing his deranged obsession and the full extent of his crimes. The relief among the group was palpable. They had faced a nightmare, but through their courage and unity, they had brought the real culprit to justice. With the danger behind them, they could finally focus on their love and future together. This experience brought them even closer, strengthening their bond and proving that no matter what challenges they faced, they would always stand by each other's side. With the case closed, they were ready to announce their love to their families, this time with a renewed sense of gratitude for the lives they had and the love they shared.